Hey guys, Olivia here, and you're watching another speed build on my channel for an apartment. So this one is kind of like a, I guess you could say like a middle to upper class sort of family home apartment. It's got a main bedroom, a kid's bedroom, a study, little lounge, and dining and kitchen. So just your and obviously bathrooms, but your basics basically. So I built this one, I kind of just wanted it to be almost as if it was like a starter home apartment for your Sims that are a bit more wealthy, because obviously it's not going to be, 20 grand, or 20,000 simoleons, I should say. But yeah, I just wanted to do something different, and I also wanted to make use of a bigger lot, so actually doing a bit more inside. I haven't been doing much with city living in terms of building on the apartment lots. I don't know why. I don't know, like I had all these ideas I wanted to get out, and most of them weren't apartments because they came sort of before city living came out. So I've just been filming those quite a bit recently, but I do plan to do some soon. So if you are interested in seeing my take on like penthouses and things like that, that will be coming. Well, I haven't started any of them, but it will be coming. So the two Sims I'm moving into this house are just a couple of young adults. They're actually available on the Sims 4 gallery under my name, LivyBlivySims, and they're called Young City Couple. I don't really introduce them in this because obviously they're just sort of sitting off to the side waiting to move in. But if you catch a glimpse of them, which you might have just then, and you think they look pretty cool, then head on over to the Sims 4 gallery and you can download them there. I will also maybe put up a few of these rooms because I'm quite proud of some of the bathrooms and the bedrooms and things like that. So I'll see. I haven't done that yet, but I'll see if I do, and I'll say in the description below whether or not you can actually find those things on the gallery. I also just wanted to mention that I finally got Twitter. You're probably sitting there going like, Liv, you're a little bit behind the times. Like, Twitter's kind of been around for a while. I know it has. I've got Snapchat, I've got Instagram, I've got Facebook, I've got all of these other ones, Pinterest, blah, 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 like for me personally. But I'd never really got Twitter. I was like, I think it's because I always have so much to say. Like, I can never just say a little bit. I'm always like, blah, 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 just get all this stuff out. So with this limited character thing on Twitter, I'm like, oh my God, I'm just having to edit like everything that I'm saying, which is super fun. But if you wanted to follow me on Twitter, there's a link in the description bar below. It's just at LivyBlivySims, so the same as my Sims 4 gallery name. So yeah, just trying to create a little bit of continuity, So right now I'm doing the bathroom that sits next to the main master bedroom. And I was kind of going for this sort of like earthy with pops of red sort of colour scheme in there. So, I love that I've got like the stone floor and the wood grates sort of paneling around the walls. And then there's these pops of red. And then I jump over and I do the other bathroom, which I sort of keep a lot more simple. Pretty much just a standard bathroom, really. And I also realized that this thing is super dark, so I'm sorry about that. I don't know why I didn't put lights in while I was building and then change the lights after the fact, but I think at the time I was like, oh no, that'll ruin like how it looks, and it might look different in another light, and I don't know, I think I must have been tired. I don't know. So I am just popping in all of those things there. I have had such a super lazy morning. I woke up and I was just like, oh, I just don't want to do anything. So I've just spent most of my morning watching other YouTubers on YouTube. Haha. Mostly Sims related, just because I can't get over how creative some people are. Like, it's amazing. So there are just some amazing YouTubers out there who on The Sims 4, and they're just making such incredible things, and I feel like I am so not in their league, but like I feel so privileged to be able to say that I'm in that community, even if, you know, my channel at the moment is super tiny. I love the fact that people are actually watching my videos, so thank you so much. Whether you've watched 1, 2, or all 50 something that I've created so far, like, it means the world to me, because this is something that I've been sort of thinking about doing for so long, but I didn't think anyone would want to see the stuff that I was doing, let alone listen to me ramble on, especially in these speed builds. I know I can just, yeah, we'll just leave it there. But thank you so much, and you know, I hope that I get to continue doing this. Whether or not it becomes a job or not, I don't really care, because I am just having so much fun. So thank you so much for watching them. This office, just moving on, you know, this office I kind of created as if the two adult Sims were kind of like YouTubers themselves. So the premise of this wall behind this purple computer is that I was kind of thinking of it as being like a beauty YouTuber. You know how they've always got those like gorgeous backgrounds, like with the lights and like pretty paintings and perfumes and everything, and it's all bright and beautiful. I was like, oh yeah, let's do that. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to create like a little like wall decal kind of thing to be in the video behind the Sim who might be recording their YouTube videos there. So that was the premise of what I was doing there. And then the other one was kind of just like just a normal office computer. The two Sims that are moving in here, I will say, or I should say they have moved in, I will say that they are loosely based off myself and my partner. If you've been watching my 100 Baby Challenge, then you'll have seen in the early episodes that I sometimes like point out my Sim and my partner's Sim, like just randomly around the neighborhood. That was before I discovered the whole like multiple save files thing, but that's another story. But it's kind of like a new updated version of that, as when I originally made them, I made them really a while ago, and they'd sort of spent a lot of time in the world without being played and hadn't had a wardrobe update for a while, so I thought I would do that for them, you know. But yeah, like I changed their names though. They are not, they don't have our names on the gallery ones that you can download, but yeah. So I was like, you know, like let's just pretend that I'm a YouTuber, and my partner's in like, oh, he's so skilled on the computer. He's can do animation, email marketing, graphic design, coding, like, oh my god, he's just a super nerd, basically, a super geek. So that was kind of what I was going for there. So now we're moving into the kitchen sort of dining area, and I really wanted to create like an open space here. One thing that I think I definitely know I didn't want to have any more walls. Like I didn't want to go from the kitchen into the dining room as one, like as multiple rooms, because it was like you're already in an apartment, and I already found it difficult trying to create that hallway and then going off to all of those rooms on the side. It's actually quite difficult building around the pre-made windows, like where they sit. I'm not used to that. I'm usually like windows have to be symmetrical, so that was a little bit unnerving for me because I don't normally do anything like that. But you gotta make it work. This kitchen gave me so much trouble because I felt like I couldn't find cupboards that correctly matched the countertops that I'd used, but I think I did. It's just that the lighting in the room like made them look, as you can see, ridiculously dark. I can't remember what I did in the end, whether I used different cabinets that looked lighter or something. I can't remember. We're gonna find out. Oh dear. But yeah, what can you do? I do a few funny things with this kitchen actually. I find one of the tools from City Living. There's these like slat walls that you can get in 3 different sizes, and I have just become obsessed with them. In another build that I am actually going to be doing the audio for after this, I make full use of them and I love them. They are so cool and they just add so many different, you can just do so much with them. Like, yeah, I'm just super excited, you know. So you'll see what I do with them soon. But yeah, like, oh, there they are. It's them. Oh, love them. They're so cool. I love them. Okay, calm down, Olivia. Calm yourself, please. Yeah, and then I was just like, let's throw some lights in there because it's so dark. So yeah, I mean, I think they look really cool. Not gonna lie. But whatevs, Trevs. Oh, I really need to stop saying that. My partner, I think he secretly hates it because he's always like, my name's not Trevs. But you know, he loves me, so he just has to deal, basically. Or at least that's what I tell him anyway. I spent a lot of time on this kitchen, and it is actually edited quite a lot. I also spent heaps of time on the lighting, like just trying to get the right lights for that area and the spacing and everything. Now, you'll see that the bedroom has been done, as you can see. Now, the reason why I haven't shown that is because I go back and I completely change it at the end. I built this apartment straight after, or semi-straight after, building my colourful apartment, which is up on my channel already. And both of them were done very, very shortly after the City Living expansion coming out. And so there was a lot of new items and I was very excited. And I just felt like I went a little bit overboard with decorating with everything. I kind of wanted to just use everything. And in the process, I made this room that was super intense. Like, I think some people probably would have liked it. And to be honest, I do like it myself, but the more I looked at it, and I also got my partner to look at it, although it was probably silly because we're totally different in our way of decorating. But anyway, yeah, so I kept looking at it and I was like, I just think there's too much going on. So yeah, because I had like crazy curtains, crazy carpet, crazy bed, and then I had these like bedside table, like tables behind it, and then flowers, and then mirrors, and I had chairs and oh my god, it was just full on. Like, it was super vibrant and super fun, but I don't think anyone would actually be able to get to sleep in that bedroom because it's just so intense. So yeah, stay tuned for the remodel. I redo it at the end, and I gotta say, I was struggling big time because I had no idea what to do, and I turned out okay, but yeah, it's not, I don't think it's amazing, but you know, that's just me. I don't know, I was just struggling with it so much, and I was just like, I have to decide, I have to make a decision, because otherwise this is just going to go on forever. So you'll notice I just squared off that little corner bit there. The reason being is that I'm going to turn that into a tiny little lounge. I did really want everything to be quite open and everything, but I don't know, I just felt like the flow between the kitchen dining area into that little square cubby was really odd, and I was thinking of like doing wall dividers and things, but it just didn't feel right for what I was doing. So that's what I end up doing. Right now I'm just trying to decide whether I want any more pops of colour anywhere. Now the rugs. I had so much trouble with the rugs. I keep changing my mind. I've edited it out so much. I'm pretty sure that I grabbed like every rug possible and tried it out. So I did edit that big time to save y'all from that. So this is the little lounge I'm making, and it's super little, and it's purely just, it's just a really nice, fun place to be hanging out and having a chill sesh, watching movies with other movie posters everywhere. I do eventually take some of those down because I felt like there was a lot going on the walls in such a small room, and I felt claustrophobic looking at it from a bird's eye view. So, so I got rid of some of them. But the premise of the room stays the same, and I just sort of play around with different things I want to do with it. Yeah, I couldn't make up my mind for the chairs that I wanted and everything else. So yeah, the hallway I'm actually kind of proud of. I don't really build many houses with hallways in them, so I hadn't really thought much about what I was going to put in them. But I feel like it's quite nice. Like, it's homey, but it's pretty. Like, and I think it flows through quite nicely to the end. Like, when you see the screenshots at the end, I think it looks pretty. Looks pretty. Let's just go with that. Oh dear. I also tried to have like some sort of more like old school home items in there. So you've got like the china chest thingy. What do you call that? Like, I don't even know. That thing there. And the clock. Just to be something a bit different. And I upscaled that new wall sculpture that came with the City Living expansion, just because I felt like I needed something quite big at the end of the hallway there. So that's what I did. Trying to decide on a mirror for this area was so difficult. I don't even think I ended up... Did I end up keeping that mirror? I don't think I do. I can't even remember now. Gotta have those pot plants. Most important thing. Oh no, I get rid of the sculpture. Oh, I forgot about that. That's right, I have that painting, then I swap them over. I remember now. This is the problem with recording them and then not doing the audio straight away. I really need to get into the habit of doing that so I remember what I did. So here's another example of me not being able to make up my mind about what rug I want. Like, green, blue, red, multicolored, I don't know what's going on. Eventually I changed those to the brown and white. Or sorry, brown and cream I should say. Yeah, there you go. And I also changed the one in there because I just felt like it was too much. That's better. That's a bit more neutral, you know. Chuck a painting on the wall, put a light in. So this is me just changing around the lounge again because I was like, damn girl, you got way too much stuff going on in here. So it's a bit more livable. Like, you can actually live in it now, I think. Now, here's the bedroom. So you'll see that this is roughly what it looked like. So, you know, very, very intense with the shades, sorry, with the carpet and the curtains and stuff. But I change it, and I don't know where I'm going with it. I'm literally just like, let's turn this away and change this and do that and do this and do that. And I really wish that I had kept this colour scheme, because now that I see it, I really, really love it. With the blue and the kind of like really pale teal. But I eventually end up going for a more of a purple pinky kind of colour. Which in hindsight probably wasn't a good idea, since I did technically build this house for a couple. And, you know, most men don't really like living in pink bedrooms. But never mind. So yeah, I play around with this quite a lot because I as I said, like, I just had no idea what to do. But I knew that I wanted to keep the same concept. Like, I wanted to have the chairs and the table, and I wanted to have the chest of drawers and stuff. So what I did was I added in that little angled wall, because I thought, you know what, like, it's so boxy, why don't we break it up a bit more? So I put a wall in there so I could have the bed coming out at an angle a bit more. And then I decided that that bed was way too intense for the room, and went with something a little bit sleeker, you know, doesn't have all the extra stuff everywhere. So I think this is pretty much what it ends up being. Like I just changed the curtains. I think I swapped them over. Yeah, there we go. And I change the colours of the couches as well, I think. Oh, that's right. I changed the curtains as well. I'm not a fan of everything being super matchy-matchy anymore. Like, I totally get it, but how many people have bedspreads that match their curtains? Like, is that a thing? I wouldn't think it is, but never mind. So now we're in the screenshots. So this is the kitchen area here with the nice dangly lights from the movie pack. Oh my god, I love those lights. They're my favourite. I did finalise the carpet choice, as you can see, and then I followed through. So this is the hallway. I love the way it looks. Like, it doesn't look super like skinny and claustrophobic, which is what I was afraid of. This is the little lounge area, the small bathroom in between the office and the kids' room, I think it is. There's another view of it. So pretty, so pretty. But I kept the same sort of like aesthetics inside. This is a view from the back of the hallway down towards the kitchen. This is the office, and then I've got a shot of the, there we go, that's the little YouTube corner thing that I decided to do. This bathroom is the master bathroom, and I think it came out really pretty. The kids' bedroom, which I will admit I just kind of like chuck stuff in. I usually do that. I really need to show you guys that I can actually build a kid's bedroom. Maybe I should do like a kid's room build. Let me know if you want me to do that. I can prove to you that I'm not just like, blah. And the bedroom. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We will catch you for the next one. Bye!